Let us proceed with the Firday song.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, August 30th, 2024.
Let us proceed with the Firday song.
11:02 Eastern Time. It is 80 degrees at the fine weather station at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Nice cool 65 degrees. Alright, good morning. Welcome back. This is the 21st episode of the Friday morning stream. It's been a long time since I've done a Friday morning stream, and I wasn't going to, but I had all my streaming equipment out. I had everything from the stream on Tuesday, and I had it all out, and I didn't have anything else I was going to do this morning, so I said, hey, let's stream. I had fun the other day, so. Oh my gosh. Have any of you out there ever had IHOP pancake syrup flavored coffee? Because it is disgusting. I was at Wally World yesterday and I ran out of coffee, so I was going to pick up some more coffee. You know, I get coffee grounds and then I make it in a coffee maker and make like 5 cups. And oh my gosh, is it disgusting. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, IHOP pancake syrup coffee. Oh, it smells like syrup. Anyway, normally I would go for New England Coffee Roasters or Dunks, because you know I'm a New Englander. Didn't mean to say that in the New England accent there. I'm a New Englander, so I got my Dunks, I got my New England Coffee Company, I got my Carabasset Valley, my Coffee by Design, you know, maybe Green Mountain Valley. I'm not a big Green Mountain fan, but there are some really good Green Mountains. But they don't have New England coffee at Dunks in Dallas. They just at Wally World in Dallas. They just have Dunks, but Dunks is like $8 for a bag, and I was like, oh, forget that. And I was gonna get Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is a Canadian company, and we actually used to have a few Tim Hortons restaurants in Maine. There actually might still be a few. I'm not sure. Tim Hortons is like a Canadian Dunkin' Donuts, and the coffee's pretty good. So I was gonna get that because it was like $6 for the bag, and then as I was walking out, I saw on the clearance rack, the sale rack, IHOP pancake syrup coffee for $3.50, and I was like, oh, $3.50. I'll get that instead, save some money. And I made a pot this morning, and I'm drinking it right now, and it is just disgusting. It is so sweet, and it's not even that. It's just like what it tastes like is that someone brewed a pot of really cheap coffee and then took a bottle of maple syrup and just dumped it in the coffee. And see, I'm a maple fan. I love things that are maple flavored. This just isn't it. You know, I eat my ice cream New England style, or Maine style, I guess. You know, you get your vanilla ice cream in a bowl, and then you pour maple syrup on it. Oh, delicious. But I don't know. This pancake syrup flavored coffee is not where it's at. You know what does have good? You don't think the ice cream idea is tasty, Ash Chew? I know, I get that a lot from everyone. Everyone's like, why would you put syrup on ice cream? It's a Maine thing, I guess. Anyway, what was it? Like? Oh, you know what has surprisingly really good coffee? Like really, really good coffee that is a surprise? That would be the place where all the strongest warriors in the universe gather. Waffle House. Waffle House has really good coffee. If you have never had Waffle House coffee and you like coffee, try it. I promise you, it is good. It has zero reason being that good. But it is. I don't go to Waffle House that often, but the coffee is delectable. Waffle House is a southern thing. We don't have Waffle House in New England. But you know what we do have? We have a Dunks on every corner. Dunks on every corner. It's like how in New York City there's a Starbucks on every corner. That time I deliberately went to a New England accent. We have a Dunks on almost every corner. Not almost every corner, but every town has a Dunks. And driving from Boston Logan Airport to the Mass Pike and the 495, there is a Dunks literally every block on both sides of the road. Waffle House coffee might make you want to get into a fight. That is true. That is true. But did you know that Goku eats at Waffle House? Oh, man. I don't know if any of you have seen that meme. Speaking of Goku, speaking of Dragon Ball, I was just confirmed that Dragon Ball is going to have a major panel at Jump Festa in December, which is big. It's going to have a center stage presentation at Jump Festa. If you don't know what Jump Festa is, it's this big, I don't want to say convention, sort of like festival in Japan, where it showcases a bunch of Shonen Jump manga and anime and things like that, and they go over news. And Dragon Ball is getting a front main stage presentation at Jump Festa, which it has not had a main stage presentation at Jump Festa since they originally announced the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. That is where they announced it in 2017. So I'm not expecting them to do I'm not expecting a movie to be announced. A lot of people in the fandom have been speculating that it's going to be a movie. I don't think so. And it's not going to be Dragon Ball Super anime news, because right now the production staff is working on Daima. And Daima is only like a month and a half away. I don't think you guys are remembering. October is a big month for Dragon Ball fans. You have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero coming out, and you have Dragon Ball Daima, the new anime, coming out. So it's a big month for Dragon Ball fans. So I don't think they're not going to be working on announcing Super because they're working on Daima right now. What they're most likely going to be announcing in December is the continuation of the Dragon Ball Super manga, because for those of you that don't know, the Dragon Ball Super manga has been on hiatus since Akira Toriyama passed away. And there's been quite a interesting power struggle for Dragon Ball over in Japan. So maybe they figured that all out now and they're ready to make more DB Super. So Akira Toriyama was not the writer for Dragon Ball Super. It's Toyo Toro. Toyo Toro is kind of Akira Toriyama's right-hand man, his prodigy, if you will. Akira Toriyama still had a lot of say in Super and still would oversee it. And I believe that Toyo Toro would submit his chapters to Toriyama first, and Toriyama would give corrections and give ideas before it would get released. So Toriyama was still heavily involved in Super, but Toyo Toro was sort of the one that was at the helm of it. So Toyo Toro will now continue as the sole creator of Dragon Ball Super, the manga. And I got all my information. All my Dragon Ball information comes from Geekdom 101. So I want to give him full credit. I think he's a very reliable source. He's always a reliable source, and I've never been let down by the things that he says. Everything that he says has always been true. So I believe in Geekdom 101. Ashchu says, I still need to finish Kakarot. Me too. Well, I say me too. I finished the story of Kakarot, like the main story, and now I'm working on the DLC. When I got the game, it came with the 2 first DLC. It came with 3 DLC, because I never bought any DLC for the game. But for some reason, I have the Battle of Gods DLC, the Resurrection F DLC, and then the Future Trunks DLC. For some reason, I had them all. I don't know if it just came with the version that I bought on Steam. But I bought the game when it came out. Maybe when I bought the game, I bought the Season Pass version and it just came with it. I don't know. But I finished the Future Trunks DLC. I kind of cheated. Well, I didn't cheat. So when I did Dragon Ball Z, I was going to wait until I finished the main story to do the DLC. But when I was in the middle of the Android saga of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I decided, I'll switch over and do the Future Trunks saga. Because it's sort of, the Android saga and the Future Trunks saga happened at the same time. And then I went and I finished the rest of the game and I did the Battle of Gods DLC, which really, I really wouldn't call it a Battle of Gods DLC because it's literally just you training with Whis. And then you fight Beerus once. And right now, I'm like at the very end of the Resurrection F. But oh my gosh, Golden Frieza is so strong. You go to fight Golden Frieza, you go to fight Frieza, and he's like, I don't know, level 140, and you're level 130. And then he goes into Golden Frieza, and he's like level 170, and you're still level 130. I'm like, what? The power scale in Kakarot is real. Like, you feel like you're actually a Dragon Ball character in Kakarot with how, real the power struggle is. Like in the Resurrection F DLC, when you have to go as Piccolo and Gohan and fight all the Frieza Force, and the... What was I saying? Oh, and the Frieza Force guys are all level 100, but Piccolo was level 60. I had to grind Piccolo for hours to get him up to even close to being the right level to fight the Frieza Force. Is the Season Pass free with the game? No, I don't think the Season Pass is free with the game, asked you. I think when I bought it, I think I bought the version of the game that came. I think I bought the ultimate version of the game, which came with the first season pass free. So I think I paid extra for the game. The DLC are never free. But Ashtu, I believe you have it on Switch, correct? Am I right? I believe you said you had it on Switch. Just wait for it to catch up in chat. I think it's like a 30-second delay or so. But yeah, Ashtu, I think you have it on Switch, right? Yeah, I just checked on Steam. I had the season pass. That's what it was. But Ashtu, I believe you have it on Switch. While I wait for that response. Golden Frieza versus Cell Max, probably Cell Max. But hold on, I do believe, Ashtu, that the Switch version of the game comes with the first season pass. I could be wrong, so do not quote me on that. I'll look it up for you. But I believe the first DLC, the first one comes with. You got, so yours says Dragon Ball Z Kakarot plus a New Power Awakens set, right? because that means that it came with the Resurrection F and Battle of Gods DLC. Yes, it does. I just looked it up. So yours comes with the Resurrection F and Battle of Gods DLC, but it does not come with the Future Trunks DLC. But you do have the... So you will have the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, but you will not have the Future Trunks DLC. And there are other DLC for the game too that I have not played through yet that I have to buy once I get the money for it. There is the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Goku's Next Journey DLC, which is the end of Z. There is the 23rd tournament, which is I really want to get the 23rd tournament, which is a Dragon Ball story arc. For one of the first times in a Dragon Ball game, we actually have a Dragon Ball story arc. The 23rd tournament is the last arc in the Dragon Ball series, and it is Goku versus Ma Jr., who is Piccolo Jr. And then there's the Bardock Alone Against Fate. I haven't played, so those 3 DLC that I still have to get, and I don't have the money for that right now. If I do, when I get the money for it, I'll definitely do it. Although 23rd tournament's only $13.99 on Steam. Goku's Next Journey is $13.99, but Bardock is $20. I'll probably wait until they go on sale. On Steam. Steam is pretty good at having sales. All right. What is it Honey Bundle? Honeybundle.com. There's one of these websites that you can find video game. I accidentally just exited out of the stream tab. I hate it when I do that. It doesn't do anything to the stream. It just means I lose the chat. Okay, I found it. Oh my gosh, I got back to it. My browser went straight back to the stream tab. I was like, I hate it when that happens. So there's a website. I want to say it's Honey Bundle. I don't know if I can't remember if that's the name of it. But basically it's Humble Bumble. I'm sorry. You can look up different games, and it has games. It searches basically the web for video games that are on sale, and then you can buy the video games for really cheap. Maybe it was. It might not be that. That might not be what it was. All right, so let's get into what this stream's gonna be about today. I think I've vamped enough. I vamped for long enough. So let's get into what we're doing in the stream. Yay! Can you get the other DLCs in the game? Yes, you can. You'd have to buy them in the eShop. Asked you. In the Nintendo eShop. But yeah, so you can buy the DLC. Hey, are you thinking about going to see the new Beetlejuice movie? Is that out now? Beetlejuice. I'll probably go see it. I haven't seen the original Beetlejuice movie in probably 20 years. But I will definitely go and see Beetlejuice. I can't believe they brought back Michael Keaton. He's probably old. But hey, they brought him back as Batman too, so... What are you gonna say? I'll probably go see it. I'm gonna be interested to see how they retcon in Jenna Ortega's character, on whether or not she's like the daughter of one of the characters or she's just a new character altogether. But I feel like that just wouldn't work for the story if she was just a new character altogether. I don't know. I'll probably go see it. Dallas has really nice movie theaters, like insanely good. Cinemark's where it's at. In Maine, we had Cinemagic. Only at Cinemagic. And then that closed. Now it's Apple Cinemas, which has the best IMAX theaters in Succo. All right, let's get into what we were going to do today on the stream. I had a couple things that I had for ideas, but the first thing I want to do is sort of wake up. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. My screen is so bright. I thought we would do a little story time with Brooks. Yay! Yay! Nobody? I thought it was a cool idea. Yo, Dr. Omni, Gloomy Squid, you in the chat right now? If you are, text me on my cell phone. We gotta chat. Alright, I think we're gonna do some story time with Brooks. Yay! Alright, so I thought I've been working on this new story arc for Spider Queen. I thought I would read the first episode of that story arc. It's not a spoiler. It won't be spoilers because it is I don't like using that word, but it is technically a filler arc. And I wrote this arc because I just got done writing a 58 episode long story arc, and I was like, nah, I forget that. I need to take a break from writing the main story and just have some fun, right? And filler arcs are chances to have some fun. This episode, I'll share my screen and read it so you can follow along if you want. This episode is the 101st episode, episode 101, and it is called The Path to Canary, and it is the Mountain Village of Canary arc. Now, I'm going to have to... There are a few characters in this script, in this episode, that you might not have met yet because they have not been introduced in the story that has been released, because remember, we've only released episode 1 through 8. So I'll go through real quick and introduce to you the 3 characters that you don't know that are considered main characters. Why do I keep saying I'm a public speaker. I don't say The first one is, well, you all know Seer. Seer was introduced in episode 5, the girl that lives in the shadows, the purplish pink hair character. So we'll skip that. So one of the characters is Okara Koji. He is going to be introduced in part 2. So when the episode's coming up, Okara Koji is a young Cheetahfarian boy around the same age as Mikan. He is a Cheetahfarian, and his dreams is to become the next leader of his village and to free his people from oppression. And then there is General Jork. General Jork, or Jork, is a young Spiderian man, a part of the Royal Spiderian military. He looks up and idolizes Bakashi, who he calls Captain Bakashi, and he loves all things breakfast. Those are kind of the 2 characters that you wouldn't know that are in this episode. Obviously, you would know Spider Queen, you know Spider Doc. I can't explain why, because I don't want to give away spoilers, but Mikan is not in this episode for a reason. He's off doing something. I can't really say because it would be spoilers. And Bakashi is not in this episode either because he is off the planet doing something that I can't explain because that would be spoilers. I also can't read you the first page because the first page is all spoilers. So I'll kind of explain what's happening and then in the first page before we get into it. So this is episode 101, The Path to Canary. And basically, the mountain village of Canary is a village that's located way up in the mountains, and a great disaster had occurred on the village. A great landslide happened, and some of the village collapsed into the mountainside, and now the village is asking the kingdom for some financial support. And as the queen, it is her job to, sort of aid her villages, and Spider Queen decides that she's going to go off and check out the damage done to this village by herself, instead of just send out money. And General Jork, who was left in charge of Spider Queen's protection detail while Bakashi was away, decided that he's not going to let her leave the kingdom unless he is accompanying her. And that's what we'll pick up. We'll pick up there. So, scene 1, interior, Spider Queen's throne room, morning. And I lost my spot. General Jork appears, drops down from the ceiling. Oh, I said I was going to share my screen, didn't I? I lied! I lied. You can look at that, though. I'll give you a better picture to look at. Let's see here. Art. Let's look at that beautiful, beautiful picture that Gloomy Squid drew. Here it is. Oh, it's massive. Be as brave as you can be. A childlike love, a fantasy. The world is a mystery for you and me. Here, yeah, look at this while we wait. Try to get the image so it's not showing any borders. There we go. Alright, you can look at that while I read. Keep that in your head. Why can I not get this perfect? You guys. It's very frustrating. Alright, good enough. Alright, now I'll read. Interior, Spider Queen's throne room, which is what you're looking at right now. Spider Queen's throne room. Day. Morning. Jork drops down from the ceiling. What was the voice that I had for Jork? If you're leaving the kingdom, then I'm going to be accompanying you. General Jork, how long have you been up there? Wherever you are, I am always there. What? Captain Bakashi left me in charge of your security detail. If you're going to be leaving the kingdom, I am going with you. To be with you. And we are going to do things my way. I am the queen. We will do whatever I please. Oh, and then Spider Doc comes in. Zenthia, I am in agreement with General Jork on this matter. I can't do that Spider Doc voice anymore. It kills me. It just doesn't sound like Spider Doc. All right, fine. Thank you, Spider Doc. Now, I'd like to have at least 2 more accompany us. That way I can assure your utmost security, Spider Queen. Okara walks in. Okara says, oh, I need an Okara voice for this. I'll come with you. Part of the reason I stayed here was so I could provide extra protection while the others were off the planet. Perfect. Thanks, Okara. Seer appears behind Jork. I'll come too. Ah! You startled me. Then it's decided. I can't think of a better group to travel with. Well, gang, let's get going. It takes 2 days to get to the mountain village of Kanari from here. 2 days? That was Okara. I know all the characters are going to kind of sound similar. I'm sorry. You see that mountain out in the distance? Jork points out the window. It's on that mountain. Wow. Oh, Spider Doc comes in. Safe travels, everyone, and please listen to General Jork. He might be a younger member of our Royal Military Force, but he is strong. Bakashi himself even appointed him as his right-hand man during... I don't want to spoil anything else. Skip that part. Skip that line. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to them. They leave. Bye, Spider Doc. We'll see you in a couple days. Scene 2. Exterior Forest Day. I can't play the music because I don't want to get copyright. Spider Queen, Jork, Seer, and Okara are walking down a road in the forest. Ah, nothing like a nice walk on a beautiful day. So, 2 days, huh? Correct! The mountain region of Spideria is not that far from where the kingdom is, but the mountains themselves are tall.
I don't get it. Why don't you Spiderians just drive cars?
We have cars, they're just mostly in the city.
My father liked the classic rustic feel of the kingdom and didn't want to ruin it with cars. That's why there are no cars in the kingdom. However, every village is free to have them. Besides, I don't mind the walk.
That's the attitude, Spider Queen.
I appreciate your formality, Jork, but when it's just the four of us, you can call me Zenthia.
Understood.
Spideria really confuses me. Back home, we only have one village. Back when the kingdom was first unified, the first king decided that he would let the villages be able to create their own rules and laws as long as they didn't contradict with any of his. What?
That was Seer speaking.
Back before there was a unified kingdom, a lot of the villages were constantly at war with one another. My ancestors wanted to end all the wars and founded the kingdom. My ancestor was the strongest warrior on Spideria, so there was no one to contest his ideas. However, he knew that each village had their own unique cultures and traditions, so he decided to let each village be locally governed by one of their elders. That makes sense.
Now, production note, a map will be displayed during Jork's monologue because it's fairly long. Spideria is separated into several different regions. The kingdom is the central region. The mountain region separates the central region from the tropical region. The tropical region is mostly known for Science City. That's just not the Jork voice that I gave him. I don't remember what the voice was I gave him originally. I'm just going to give him my normal voice. Then there's the metro region. The metro region is where New Spideria City is. Way up north is the northern region. It's mostly a frozen wasteland. I believe there's one city up there. Then there is the Blood region, home of the Blood Village.
That's where Yuketsu's from.
Lastly, there's the eastern region. That's where I'm from. It's a beautiful region of Spideria with sprawling hills and the lovely coastline town of Port City. How could I forget? The western region, what you all know as the Western world. Okara comes in.
Wow, I guess I never realized how big Spideria was compared to Cheetopharia.
Well, Spideria is a much bigger planet. I'm sorry if you guys can't tell the difference between the characters. I'm trying my best here. Spider Queen comes in.
Cheetopharia is nice too.
All the jungle is beautiful. Jork stops dead in his tracks. Stop! Everyone stops.
What's the matter? What's the matter, General Jork?
Jork points his hands to the right. There's a small restaurant. The sign says, "World's Best Pancakes." How can we pass up on this opportunity? The others fall to the ground.
You had me worried. Don't joke about things like this. You're almost as bad as Mikan.
Oh, I'm not joking. I take my breakfast foods very seriously. How can we pass up on an opportunity to eat the world's best pancakes?
Every breakfast joint says they have the best pancakes.
But we'll never know unless we... But we'll never know. But we will never know until we try. Why is it we will never go? I gotta fix that. We will never know until we try. Come on! Jork grabs Seer and drags her in. Spider Queen and Okara look at each other. They shrug. Scene 3, exterior forest, day. Jork, Spider Queen, and Seer and Okara exit the small restaurant. I would hardly call those the world's best pancakes.
What are you talking about? I thought they were delicious.
I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Well, fluffy and big, they lack the sweetness that pancakes of that fluff desire. They are good, but not anywhere as good as the pancakes back home at Mandy's Diner in Port City. Alright, what a coinky-dink. that I was drinking pancake coffee in the episode that was about a pancake restaurant. And then Spider Queen comes in. All right, we had food. Can we go now? We wasted enough time. On the contrary, Xanthia, eating is the most important part of the journey. It gives us energy to keep going. Now with our bodies fueled up, let's get going. We won't be stopping until it's time to set up camp tonight. Transition, scene 4. We skip scene 4 because it is a very big spoiler to a different story arc. It's not really important to this episode. I mean, it is, but you don't need it to know that scene. Scene 5. Exterior forest afternoon. Jork, Spider Queen, Okara, and Seer are walking through the forest. I feel like we've been walking all day. How much further? Careful, Xanthia. Now you're starting to sound like Mike and... Stop! What now? This better not be more food. We're being followed.
So you caught up. So you caught on to us. You caught on to us. But it's too late for you.
4 bandits jump out of the woods. 3 bandits drop down behind Spider Queen, Seer, and Okara. They put knives to their throats.
We have your friends. Now hand over your valuables if you don't want them to get hurt.
Jork turns to the bandits.
You're General Jork.
Oh, this is Bandit 2. I mean, I'm giving all the bandits the same voice.
You're General Jork of the Royal Spiderian Military.
Bandit 3.
We're in luck, guys. He has quite the bounty on his head. I guess he took down some big gang in the east. Their leader's offering quite a deal.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
But why would he come? Why would he be way out here?
The Queen! Release us at once.
You idiot, snapped the Queen.
You dropped your guard. That's right, sorry. They all sound the same. Jork charges. Jork is so fast that he vanishes. The 3 bandits that were holding Spider Queen, Seer, and Okara are sent flying off into the distance. Ding! Ding! Jork appears in front of the last bandit and stomach punches him. The bandit goes flying off in the same direction. Well, that takes care of that. That was incredible, General Jork. You moved so quick, I couldn't even see you. You couldn't follow that? You mean you could? Yes, and I'm sure you could too if you focused. You might be right. I did lose focus for a minute there. Just who were those guys, anyway? They continue to walk down the road. I am hungry. Jork continues to walk down the road. They were highwaymen, I guess. Highwaymen? They are a group of bandits that hide out outside the cities. They rob travelers as they journey from town to town. That's horrible! I had no idea there were such despicable criminals out here. That's because the highwaymen tend to stay away from the kingdom. They don't want to get caught by the guard. They sure seem to know a lot about you, General. Yes, they do. I wish I could play the music, but I really can't. Flashback scene. Kid Jork is walking with his parents down a path that follows the coast. 2 bandits pop out. Run, Jork! Mommy? Hurry, Jork! Get out of here! You're not going anywhere! Dad grabs the bandits. Hurry! Get out of here! The bandits stab Jork's dad through the chest. Go! Ah! The second bandit strikes Jork's mom. Hurry, son! Ah! Kid Jork runs away. Transition. Scene 7. Exterior forest evening. Jork, Spider Queen, Okara, and Seer are walking through the forest. When I was a child, my parents were struck down right in front of me by highwaymen. Ugh. I vowed that day that I would get my revenge, and that I would do it the right way. So I started training, so that when I grew up I could become a Port City guard. I didn't have anyone to teach me how to use magic, so I trained myself how to fight and pushed my physical strength beyond what I even imagined was possible. When I turned 16, I became a member of the Port City Guard. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me go out and shut down the bandit group that killed my parents.
Why not?
The Highwaymen's base was located outside of Port City's jurisdiction. It was on the roads, which belonged to the Central Kingdom. The Royal Guard had jurisdiction over it.
So there was nothing you could do?
I left the guard and went to go put a stop to the group on my own. I was an overconfident teenager with nothing but revenge on my mind. And it almost killed me.
Almost killed you.
There were just too many of them. But to my good fortune, Captain Bakashi was walking by on his way to Port City and came to help me. Oh, Captain Bakashi is so cool! He told me that if I joined the Royal Spiderian military, he would teach me how to use magic. To answer your question, Okara, the reason the bandits know me is because I was responsible for shutting down the Eastern Province's bandit ring. I must have made some enemies doing that.
I see. I didn't know any of this about you, General.
It's not something I talk about often. Well, this looks like a good spot. We're gonna camp here for the night.
Finally, my feet are... Boy, poor feet.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Is it a good idea to stop with those bandits out there?
It's important to get some rest. The rest of our trip is all uphill. Don't worry about those bandits. I'll stand watch.
You need to get your rest too. I don't mind standing watch in shifts.
Don't worry about me, Okara. Just get some rest.
Transition. Scene 8. Exterior forest. Dawn. Jork, Spider Queen, Okara, and Seer are at their camp. Okara, Seer, and Spider Queen are sleeping.
Time to get up, everyone. We have a long uphill journey to make today.
Oh, I don't think I'll ever get used to camping out like this. I'm too used to sleeping in the castle. I enjoy camping.
Come on, let's get a move on, people.
Then this is where I catch A and B come in.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Scene 9. Exterior forest evening. So we just skipped like an entire day. Jork, Spider Queen, Okara, and Seer are walking through the forest. We've got to be there soon, right? I'm with Zenthia on this one. We've been hiking up this mountain all day. You guys need to get in better shape. Easy for you to say, Seer. You don't get exhausted.
We should be there shortly. A bush on the side of the road starts moving. Okara and Seer jump in front of Spider Queen. Who's ever in there, step out of the bushes.
Kanari, a young boy, about 5 or 6 years old, jumps out of the bushes. He's holding a basket of berries. Please don't hurt me. It's just a kid. Spider Queen walks forward and puts her hand on Kanari's head. Sorry about that, kid. I hope we didn't scare you. Kanari blushes. She's so pretty.
We've had some bandits following us, so we were being cautious. Sorry, kid.
What's your name, kid? My name is Kanari. Like the village? Yes, my father named me after the village. It's nice to meet you, Kanari. I'm Zenthia, the Spider Queen. Kanari blushing. Wow, the Queen. These are my friends, Seer, Okara, and General Jork. We're on our way to your village.
What are you doing this far outside your village, kid? It's not safe out here.
I'm picking berries, see? This far away? I have to. A while back, a weird goo flowed into our village and created a landslide in the farming district. The whole farming district collapsed into the mountainside.
How awful. Well, Kanari, we're on our way to your...
We're on your way to assess the damage done to your village. You should probably travel back with us. Be a lot safer. That's a good idea. There's no telling if those highwaymen will strike again. Thank you! They walk off. Transition. Exterior, bandit base, night. Fade in. Interior, bandit base, night. Kazura, leader of the Mountain Region's bandit gang, Team Kaz, is sitting in a throne in the middle of his hideout. There are a couple of other bandits around him in the room. Bandits 1, 2, 3, and 4, who had encountered Spider Queen and the gang earlier, enter the room. Where is your daily payout? Well, sir, you know what happens to those that don't make their daily payouts. But there was nothing we could do, Kazura. It was General Jork, sir. He was just too strong. What? Jork? Yes, sir. He was traveling with the Queen. It looked like they were headed toward the mountain village of Kanari. The mountain village of Kanari, you say? This will work out perfectly. You did well to bring me this information. So, you mean you won't? Yes. Really? No! I have no need for failures in my organization. Kazura kills all of the bandits in one blast. Ah! Get ready, General Jork, because you're next. It looks like Spider Queen and the gang have more than just a landslide to worry about in the mountain village of Kanari. The ruthless killer Kazura has set his eyes on Jork. What kind of horror does he have planned for our heroes? Find out next time on Spider Queen. Hey everyone, Jork here. And next time on Spider Queen, we finally arrive at the mountain village of Kanari. But wait, something's not right. What's this of a conspiracy? Why do I have a bad feeling about this? You should have a bad feeling. Ha 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 ha. Kazura! Oh no, Kanari! Next time on Spider Queen, the mountain village of Kanari. There you go. That was story time with Brooks. Yay! That was episode 101 with Spider Queen. The Path to Kanari. I hope that intrigued you. You gotta wait 102 more episodes before you find find out what happens next. Not 102. I did my math wrong. 8 minus 100 would be 92. Minus 2 is 90. You gotta wait 89 episodes to find out what happens next. Alright, let's just do something real quick here to end off the stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. My voice hurts from doing Kazura. Here we go. Let's do something real quick. Let's do a good old tier list. Not an entire tier list because we don't have that much time. But first of all, let's do this. Inspect element. Get rid of the ad. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I love it when that happens. Actually, we're not going to do display capture. I'm going to do window capture. Alright. We're going to do Naruto character tier list in terms of strength. So characters that are strongest to... Yeah, you can ask a question. Characters that are strongest to characters that are weakest. And this is going to be as of the 4th Great Ninja War. So not in Boruto. This is not end of 4th Great. This is as of the 4th Great Ninja War. Strength as of the 4th Great Ninja War. Because for some reason... Oh my gosh, ads, go away! It found out that I was cheating the ads out, and now it's not working. Because as of the 4th Great Shinobi War... Yes, you may ask a question, ask you. As of the 4th Great Shinobi War... You don't have to ask a question. Not interested in this ad. Go away. Alright. As the fourth grade, after the fourth grade Shinobi War and in Boruto, a lot of the characters got nerfed for some reason. So we're doing this not in terms of like coolness. We're doing this in terms of power, right? Google, will you please not show your ad? I'm trying to do something here. Google! Average Google user, how many ads they experience in one day. Insane. Alright, here we go. Naruto character. Amazon! You know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. This really angers me. It is offensive! It's offensive because you are bothering me. Okay. Naruto character tier lists in terms of power and strength as of the fourth Great Shinobi War. Obviously, the very top we have Naruto Uzumaki. I'm gonna be the Hokage! Naruto Uzumaki! It is chakra, 9 tails, chakra form, Great Sage form. And then, you know, it's pretty even in strength, but I do think Naruto is stronger than... Where is he? Where is he? Why is he not at the top? Here he is. Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto, you idiot. Sasuke Uchiha. And then in third place, I'm not including Kaguya. I'm putting Kaguya in F tier. I have a friend that's like so anti-Kaguya. I have a friend that's so anti-Kaguya. Actually, I cannot reveal the release date of Legacy Bakashi quite yet. I have a friend that's totally anti-Kaguya. Anyway, I'm not going to include Kaguya. But, okay, so in third place, for the third strongest, obviously, where is him? Where is he? Where is he? Madara Uchiha. I am the ghost of the Uchiha. And then fourth place, this one is going to get a little controversial here. Let's bring the two out. I'm going to put these two tied for fourth place. And that is, where is he? There's too many characters. Look for a red background. Here he is. Kakashi and Might Guy. I'm putting them tied for strongest, for fourth strongest. Oh, it's difficult. It is difficult. It is difficult, but I'm going to say... Kakashi gets the full power Susanoo and isn't even an Uchiha. But Might Guy has the 8 inner gates. We're going to say that Kakashi and Guy are tied. Kakashi and Guy Sensei are tied. For fourth strongest. We should put Kaguya up there. See, the reason my friend doesn't like Kaguya is because he feels like Madara was such a badass villain, and then you bring in Kaguya, and he just didn't like it. And I understand why Kaguya was there, because then the Kaguya part, we then learn how chakra came to the ninja world, and how jutsu was created, and all that stuff. So we learn all of the origins of ninjutsu and all that stuff because of Kaguya, and she's pretty strong. But my friend really does not like Kaguya. I'll put Kaguya underneath Might Guy. Even though she is definitely a lot stronger than Might Guy, I'm just putting her under Might Guy because I don't like her. Alright. Because my friend doesn't like her. Fifth strongest... No, I lied. Fifth strongest is... I don't know if I would put Obito or Hashirama Senju. That's hard because Hashirama... I think I have to put Hashirama. Hold on. I gotta put Hashirama. Hashirama's in fourth, and then Kakashi and Guy are in sixth. I don't know. Hashirama... And I'm putting Kaguya, but I'm gonna put Kaguya in after. It's hard to say whether Madara, which one's stronger, Madara or Hashirama. Hashirama was able to solo defeat Madara Uchiha with the Ninetales in the Susanoo form. But Madara does become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. But we never really get that fight. Madara versus Hashirama. Hashirama Senju, for those of you that don't know, is the first Hokage. Is just the first Hokage. I will move down to the next rank here. I'll put in Obito. I guess we gotta put in Obito Uchiha. Where is he? I guess we have to put in Obito. I'll put him in S tier. I don't know if Obito would be considered stronger than Might Guy. I mean, Might Guy almost killed Madara. I'm gonna put Obito in S tier. I'll put Obito in high S plus. And we'll do one more. Oh, Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage. He's up there. I'll put him underneath Obito. Even though that's probably... No, because Minato has Ninetales chakra. I'll put him above. But Obito becomes the ten tails Jinchuriki. I'll put Obito over Minato. Just go ahead and put Sakura Haruno in F tier. No. Alright, we're not going to sit here and do all 100 Naruto characters because that would be insane. Oh, the Ninetales? Kurama? Kurama can go up there with Naruto. It's me, the rapping Killer Bee. Where's Killer Bee? He's down here somewhere. There he is. Alright, I'm not going to sit here and go through all the characters. But, anyway, thank you for watching the stream today. It was fun. I haven't really streamed in a while. Well, I streamed on Tuesday, but I haven't done a Friday morning stream in a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this Friday morning stream. I certainly did. Episode 21 of the Friday morning stream. I doubt we'll be back next week, but whenever I get a free moment, when I get free moments on Fridays, maybe I'll stream again. But I wouldn't count on it being like an every Friday type of thing. But when I have the opportunity, I definitely will. All right, you guys. Take care, everyone. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay healthy. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.